Are you well?
How do you think we are, Nilan? When so many of our own walked headlong into pointless death by your doing. You fell back at the last moment. But what do you think happened to all of those who were convinced to follow?
I am sorry.
Milan thought he was doing right. And I am sorry for your friends. But they each made their own choice. Alas, there is no point in the regretting choices made. We must look to build the future.
Thank you for taking up my defense, Friedengr. But they are not wrong. Without my fiery, if it takes my entire life to repair the consequences.
What do you plan to...
I believe that we'll stay here. We cannot live, and one day perhaps we will succeed in purifying it.
And I believe that I know what we can do. On Tir Fredi, I was a... And even if I do not have the strength and wisdom of Dunkas, our Mal, I remember... However, I do not believe I can do this alone. I am going to need help.
We are going to help you. Aren't we?
We will think on this.
And what are you going to...
We need to learn more about the plans and motivations driving General Karnas, the man.
In that case, it's my turn to ask you to be careful.
made of.
This armor is useless now! made of? Let's show them what we're made of.
Forgive me if I join you, but...
You. I never thought I would see you again, friends. I assumed you had returned to your homes. far from the folly that shadows us all here.
The folly?
Let's just say that things are not moving uphill. The General Kurnaz and his faction are more and he said a few populist speeches of note. Pamphlets are circulating, and posters postulating that an empire is the solution. Of course, the majority of intellectuals and savants disagree with that conjecture, but the population is adhering to the proposition. This has allowed him to impose to the Sopharks a certain number of changes. Soldiers are everywhere, you must have noticed.
I cannot believe that our educated nation, the beacon of science on Khakan, could follow the delirious rantings of a power-hungry, warmongering tyrant.
It's because our Tier Nahar, the mistress of all knowledge of my people, had foreseen such a possibility that we have returned. Had the Council of Al-Saad not tried to return to a semblance of order?
Alas, they haven't. Kurnaz was able to win a few battles against Dutan, and in doing so garnered support from partisans of his ideology. As for the others, they've demonstrated a gullibility that is disconcerting. They do not see the danger that he represents despite my warnings. Alongside other guilty parties, your people is often listed among them, which has made them less sensitive to the horrors the General has in store.
And are you aware of his new plan to instate his empire?
Alas, I am not. Though he's gained influence, he's far from achieving his goals if he continues with his current methods. Knowing him, he certainly has something in mind. But unless we were to go and spy on him, I don't know how we could guess his next steps.
That's an idea. Why not go and spy on him? Do we know where he is right now?
He is not easy to pin down. He changes his place of residence nearly every day and is never seen without a large escort of soldiers. However...
Yes? Are you getting an idea?
I learned that the General is organizing a meeting in his residence tonight. He hardly ever holds such meetings, but he must need to reassure his influence supporters. His residency is found in the military borough, not far from the prisons. But I need to warn you, it won't be easy to get in.
I'll come with you. I don't want to miss an occasion to discover what the General is cooking up.
Once again, be extremely careful. If you're caught, I won't be able to do anything for you. And it would only help Kurnaz convince the population of the danger you represent.
We will do everything to remain discreet. You can be sure.
I hate having to stoop to espionage, but I fear that we have no other choice. Do you have anything else you would like to discuss?
Thank you for having us. We are leaving.
It was a pleasure. I hope...
Kurnaz is a paranoid madman. His house has more guards than the prison.
Let's not dally here for too long. We don't want to be spotted.
You're always late. How do you expect us to make any headway if you're never here on time? You need to pick up the pace and stop pretending to work. What do you think the Master is going to say if he comes to inspect the site?
The Master's here.
He certainly is. So, back to work, imbecile.
Curse slaver. You can build your wall all by yourself.
Now there's someone who gets along with his master. This work site is our chance. That's how we can get in. We should speak to one of them.
What are you doing there, you lot? This site is off limits to the public, and I'm...
We are not here for that reason. We were hoping...
Oh, were you now? And why would I do that? I'd be running the risk of losing my good club.
We were told that the masonry in the courtyard is splendidly crafted. And seeing as how we are ardent architects...
Ah, it's indeed fine work. I am a good judge, because it's my... But you can't go in broad daylight. You'll need to wait until nighttime. But I'm counting on you not to break or steal anything. And if the guard catches you inside...
That goes without...
we have work to do.
Are you? Glad to
Need a potion? An ointment? You'll find everything you need at my store.
It's a pleasure to...
Good day, what can I get for you?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Salutations, stranger.
You! What?
We are domestic.
Well, you don't look at all like domestics. Come on, follow me.
That's not going to be.
Sound the alarm!
When will they learn?
This armor is useless now!
Those imbeciles don't understand anything. They quibble as our country mires itself in a war without end. Only a powerful empire could crush Thélème and bring us the peace and prosperity we all dream of. These diplomats and scholars blather on and on about sovereignty when they risk being swept away by the enemy. But I shall persuade them otherwise. My war monsters will give them new perspective. Once they've seen the power these beasts provide, the victories served on a platter, they will bend. Imagine all the nations of the continent, as well as Teofredi, finally united under a single banner.
May the Enlightened guide my hand.
No, Fausta!
Die! I will not let you enslave my nation!
What have we here? If it isn't your friend, Zerin, the Thélème spy. She's not alone. Arrest her accomplices.
They're fleeing through the garden! Catch them!
I see him! Over here!
Don't let them get away!
I should have suspected she was up to something. She was too eager to join our mission.
That Fausta. We can say that she was hiding her hand. I didn't see it coming. You're not alone in this. But instead of lamenting, the question now is how to get her out of there. I doubt Kurnaz will be kind to her.
Look, a trapdoor. It must lead us close to the Grand Bazaar. We should go through here.
Well, well. A Tearfredy savage and a hodgepodge band of misfits. I've heard talk about you. And even happier to know that you'll soon be rotting in a jail with your friend. That...
Blah, 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 I'm so mean. Well, let's do away with this imbecile and be off.
Yes. To arms! On your muskets! The enemy is here!
It's the last trial. We're nearly there. The exit from this cursed neighborhood isn't far.
mercy! Help me! Thank you for answering me. I was beginning to despair.
What do you want?
I have to escape. It would be more than my neck is worth to stay here. I'd end up swinging from a rope. I can't escape alone, as you can see.
Why were you arrested?
People in this country seem to enjoy tying others up or locking them in jail. We should know whether they're considered savages or coming from a country they want to conquer.
That's not far from the truth, I must say. In fact, I am of the Dutan people. But that's not why I was captured. Although it best remain unknown. I got caught because of my line of work. I smuggle illicit goods and people. It's a bit up. Normally, I'm the one who helps others escape and avoid the guards. Ludwig, we don't know each other, but I know your face from the disc. Please, we're in the same line of work. You know what they have.
You're Wolfgang, aren't you? I thought your...
It seems that my description is not as good as yours. So?
I would like to help this man. I know that our situation is already complicated. But I'd never forgive myself if I just moved on without trying to...
You'll see what can be done.
Well, don't wait too long. I imagine they're already...
Life is ugly enough not to turn our backs on those who are like us.
Force the lock. Or
We should help
convince
him.
those guards
Let's-
to... Let me
We can
go.
do to get him out of there.
You really know how to...
Oh, I was starting to fear we wouldn't be able to make it back to the ship.
Thank you, Fausta. What got a hold of her? I too wanted to kill that frogwort, but I didn't put everyone in danger to do it.
I hope she is still alive.
She certainly is, but her incarceration will be trying. Kernaz is going to want to interrogate her, and I fear that his methods will be brutal.
Do you have an idea where she might be being kept?
In the prison, which I believe you're already familiar with.
It's the only adequate place for holding someone in the city. She'll be in quarters that are far more guarded than the ones you were in.
We're going to have to plan another escape, while the entire city is already on our heels. How are we gonna do this?
Come now, Alvi. Don't cry defeat. You know that I'm rather gifted in this domain. I've already proven myself, haven't I? I am certain that we can sneak our little brainless favorite out of these jails, no matter how protected they are. Just give me some time to think.
We're all going to need to think this through. About this, and all we've learned. Despite our intervention in the ruins at High Prairie, Kernaz has not abandoned his plans to use Guardians in his war. I need to perform the ritual that Mev spoke to me about. She said that it could help us understand the continent and counter Kernaz's plans.
I'll be at your side. Together, we can accomplish the will of the Tiernahach and understand these lands.
Thank you, Nilan.
Wherever you decide to go, we'll follow you. The Constanzia, her crew, and I. You need only tell us a destination.
Let's get to work.
the temp. Why on earth did she suddenly decide? We're gonna go after her, right?
I won't.
Then.
I hope Fausta can hang on until we come to her rescue.
I must be.
I understand.
My dear, it's a pleasure to see. What is it? As you know, someone has placed... And even though I now have an official protector, there's all... The Prince d'Orsay, or more precisely, Sir d'Argenton, very graciously passed some very... It seems that a woman who had been a member of the Assassin's Guild for a long time... This is extremely rare, as assassins generally remain members. Apparently, she finally felt remorse and retired to become a healer at... She must know a lot about the workings of her former guild, and might be able to tell us, as I'm obviously wary of these darling assassins and their trick. Well?
Let's go. It's best not to let this drag on and...
Thank you, darling. We should... Goodbye. See you later, darling.
Had someone told me that I'd one day be forgiven by the Emperor himself, I'd have said they... And it's thanks to you.
You are finally free from the threats that weighed on yourself and your family. What do you...
I'll definitely go back. But it seems to me that we still have... Even if Eisenach can no longer harm me, Kurnaz will only stop once dead. If we... I don't think I can go back to farming. Especially since the Civil War is still raging and isn't about... And you?
I admit that I don't really know. And that I don't really care. The only thing that matters...
Then we will go where the wind decides.
Something like...
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm already looking forward to travel.
Goodbye, Ludwig.
Bye.
That poor child. Why did she have to try such a stupid thing? Kurnaz is... I hope we'll get her out of jail as fast as possible. I dare not
I need to go.
Of course.
I have everything Mev told me was required to successfully perform the Anatella's Fair.
I'd like to thank you again for coming to find me. You're a much better Donegat than I'll ever be. You went to bring the remedy when all I was thinking about was revenge.
I know you felt responsible for our people here, but I was still surprised that you didn't come back to Tiefred. You so wished to return as quickly as possible.
Yes, I still miss it. Every moment of every day. That it was my role. My duty. Trust me, it broke my heart. never to see it again. I wasn't sure I'd ever see.
Even if Mev hadn't asked me to come back, I'd have come. I couldn't have left you here never to see you again.
I think a part of me knew. Or at least hoped. But I'm so glad you're telling me.
I've got to go.
Of course.
Sometimes I miss the hills of Tulane as well as the...
Need a potion or a grenade? Ladies and gents, I have everything you need. What a pleasure to see.
Doctors, good day. I'm sorry to disturb you, but we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Oh, you're back. It's been a long time.
We're looking for a healer who works here, who may have previously worked as an assassin.
You must be joking. What would...
My dear doctor, I have no doubt that she doesn't go around shouting about her past life. That would put her in danger and frighten your patients. But our information is reliable, so think about it. She must have started working here only recently and has a lot to learn about caring for people.
We know who you mean, but if we tell you who she is, we run the risk of making the hospice a target.
Our patients could be hurt or even killed. It's best we keep her identity to ourselves.
Please. We have no intention of telling anyone what she's done in the past. We just need to talk to her.
Her name is Fulvia. She has a real talent for making potions. But she's just starting out when it comes to providing care.
She's not here at the moment. She said she had to go and see a sick man who was begging outside the hospice. She went off towards the broken bridge. She must still be there.
Thank you, doctors. And don't worry, we'll keep our secret to ourselves.
Poor sods who've been driven to madness by misery.
You can go, but don't come back.
Don't worry. We won't be going after the healers again.
Thank you. I vowed to dedicate my life to healing. I would have felt terrible if I'd been the cause of their deaths. Thank you for stepping in. I would have hated to have to kill those poor fools. You were looking for me, if I'm not mistaken. What do you want? You don't seem to be in any pain.
We have been informed of your previous occupation, and we would like some information about it.
How did you find out? I kept the secret well guarded. if the other members of the guild were to learn of my whereabouts.
The merchant princes of the congregation are very powerful, and it just so happens that one of them is my protector. I'm having a spot of trouble with your former colleagues, you see. All I want to know is who put a contract out on me. I happen to care a great deal about my head. I've been the target of numerous attacks, and each time my companions are put in harm's way. It's true that I have a protector now, but I need to know who's behind all this.
You showed mercy while helping me. I suppose I can trust you. However, things have probably changed since I left, so I can't promise you that what I tell you will still be accurate. I wasn't sufficiently high up in the hierarchy to be informed of the way contracts are signed. All I can tell you is that there were regular meetings organized by the most high-ranking people in the organization. Back then, they met regularly in a villa surrounded by vineyards outside Peren, to the east. But I can't tell you if they still use it.
Thank you so very much for your help. I hope your new career brings you the peace of mind you're looking for.
Thank you. I hope you manage to have the contract that threatens you rescinded.
Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
You there. What are you doing here?
Let's go. I want to be at that meeting, and if we get into a